We currently lost 4 games at home. 10-4, still early in the season. I got some concerns. It's some great things going on within the organization, within the team, and the roster, but I got some concerns. You feel what I'm saying? It's your brother from another mother, Kobe Lee, in the building. Bring you another episode of Locked, Loaded. We're going to talk about last night's game against the Cavs. Let me make sure I turn, because I don't want nobody to call my phone. Alright. I don't want nobody to call my phone. So, we're going to talk about the Cavs and the Sixers. Let me get back on track. Let me get y'all in and get y'all out. Right? First off, Darius Garland is a beast. Darius Garland, he keep playing like that, he gonna be an all-star. I think this might be the second time, but Darius Garland it should be an all-star if he keep playing like this. He's a beast, yo. No Donovan Mitchell, no Okoro, no LeVert, and they still came into this game against the Sixers 3-0. They still came in red hot, and I mean, during that game, that first half, we would have won the game if we started playing the second half like the first half, right? And if we played the first half like the second half, excuse me. But that first half, man, they came out hot. Darius Garland, I mean, we talking 32 points, 8 assists, 5 boards, 10 of 25 from the field, 10 of 11 for the free throw line. The floaters, the alley-oops, the ball handle, being able to navigate in and out of the trenches to set other guys up like Mobley that came in with 18 points, 12 boards. Had a plethora of alley-oop dunks, a plethora of diving from that baseline to get a dunk. Same thing with Jared Allen. He finished the game with 26 points and 13 boards. He was 12 of 20. So you feel me? Like, those two guys, they were the backbone of that offense. Darius Garland was the brains of that offense. And then, just that straight shooter, you know, that 30 Glock, you came in with Strus. And Strus had 5 threes in that game. Was 5 of 10 for the three-point line, 7 of 15 from the field. Finished the game with 20 points and 5 boards. Now, like I said, we got up on them in the second half. The second half, we came out with more intensity. You can see that. Like, that game should have been a blowout. You can see that we were clearly the better team, clearly the more dominant team, but they just were outplaying us. They were outplaying us. Just point blank. And you can see that they got a little bit more chemistry than we do. They were dishing the ball around. I mean, they almost doubled our assists. What they had? They had 33 assists. We had 19. They almost doubled our assists. They beat us up on the boards. They beat us up in the paint, period. You know what I mean? Boards, they had 56. We had 44. Points in the paint, they had 68. We had 52. I'm not going to even go too much in on that, you know, because that's not going to happen every game. Not against Embiid, not against this defensive team. We just didn't have the energy that they had in the first half. We came out, though, in the second half showing, you know, who we really are and what we really about, and that we meant business. But that first half was more of the reason why we just had to fight from behind, so far behind that eventually we just was gassed out. Then on top of that, we had to even be, in the fact that we were down in the first half by all those points, we had to play even more aggressive on defense in the second half, which caused a lot of us to foul. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, when it went to overtime, I knew Embiid had 5 fouls. First of all, he should have been fouled out in the fourth quarter, but they ended up calling his 6th foul on Tobias. My phone finna die. But they called a 6th foul on Tobias in the fourth quarter, which I'm not going to complain because I'm a Sixers fan. But then when we went to overtime, like, oh, Embiid's out. he's going to get his 6th foul. I already can see that. It's just a lot going on with those alley-oops, man. And Darius Garland be able to get in and out, and basically get to whatever spot he wanted to and create for his team, however way he wanted. I mean, that boy was really zooming by everybody. Like, I forgot I had the buttons. Like, it's just this game was just about business. I mean, Darius Garland, he was locked and loaded. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the Sixers. Oh, on the boy Craig Porter, I think he was an undrafted rookie from Wichita State. He finished the game with 12 points, 9 assists. I mean, they passed the ball like a mug. George Niang, 12.7 rebounds. I mean, he definitely got back at us. That game's not going to happen again. We might not lose to the Cavs for the rest of the year. Okay, that might be their only dub that they got against us. We 10-4. I take it, whatever. But that might be the next time we play them, it might be a more dominant win by us. You know what I'm saying? But let's go on to the Sixers side. Okay, because the Cavs, they balled out. They beat us on the bench 26 points to 16. They balled out for real. I'll give it to them. You know, shout out to the Cavs. Coach JB Bickerstaff, he got them boys playing hot. You know, they're on a 4-game winning streak. Got to play Miami. 4-game winning streak without Donovan Mitchell, without LeVert, without Okoro. That's impressive. You know what I'm saying? Cavs ain't no scrubs. They're probably the 4th best team, or the 4th or 5th best team on the East, besides, you know, obviously the top 3, Boston, Bucks, us, no order. And then you got Miami and them. They're fighting for that 4th spot. So, you know, shout out to them. Embiid and Maxey. Embiid, 32 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 5 blocks, 6 turnovers. He was balling, though. 9-21, 13-16. I mean, that first half, like I said, that first quarter, he came out hot. But he fizzled out in that second quarter. We all did. I mean, it wasn't our best shooting night. You know what I'm saying? But he ended up fouling out. And B was just... It seemed like that first half, we were just going through the motions. I mean, even in the 4th quarter, and B was missing a lot of, you know, those gimme free throw shots. It was some gimme shots that both him and Maxey had towards the end of the game and throughout the game. Now, Maxey, he had 30 points as well. You know, both of them combined for 62 points. Maxey had 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. But it was 11 of 28 from the field, 3 of 12 from the three-point line. You chucking it up. You chucking it up. You chucking it up, bruh. You chucking it up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not really like, I love Maxey's game, but you chucking it up. You got to be more efficient, especially in a game like that. You got to be more efficient. That first half, I mean, nah. That wasn't a good game. I mean, you finished the game with 30, but it wasn't a good game. 11-28 is never a good game. 3 of 12 from the three-point line is never a good game. You shot horrible. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Maxey is going to be... That's not going to be a consistent thing with him. But, you know, he didn't have a good game. And Embiid, like, I was watching, you know, Shaquille O'Neal and all them. Embiid was working harder for those points. You know what I'm saying? He worked hard for easy buckets because those they played a little small, but then they also had those Jared Allens and Mobleys, man, they made him work. You know what I'm saying? They made him be work. Tobias finished with 23 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 7-13, I believe. I don't know if that's a 5 or a 3. I wrote that wrong, but look, 7-13, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, 6 of 6 for free throw. I like what I seen from Harris. I mean, anytime you got 3 guys with 20 or more, I mean, I'm rocking with it. But like I said, the bench points and the defensive game, it wasn't there. Even the assist game wasn't there. A lot of guys were broke. You know what I'm saying? They didn't come out there ready to ball. And then you got Melton. Melton is still on that shooting streak where he was hot. But this game he cooled out, fizzled out a little bit. Was 1 for 6 from the three-point line. And finished the game with 5-14, 13.6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. I like what I'm seeing from Melton. He's definitely fighting for that for that starting spot because it was on the line for a little bit. I think he secured it, but it was definitely on the line for a little bit. You know what I mean? With Batum in the starting lineup now, and then you got Oubre coming back after an alleged hit and run by a damn invisible boatmobile. But it is what it is with that. You know what I'm saying? So once Oubre come back, I don't know. Oubre might get in the start lineup. Batum might drop down. Oubre might sit on the bench. Oubre might go into the start lineup and Melton slide down. But my real concerns is backup point guard. When Oubre come back, we're going to be good on bench points and all that stuff because either or, it flows a little more. Assists and all that. Backup point guard is my problem. Beverly ain't getting the job done. Beverly is not getting the job done. Now, let me give y'all Beverly. 2 points, 4 rebounds, 0 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 1 turnover. 1 or 2 from the field, 0 for 1 from the three-point line, no free throws. 20 minutes and 45 seconds. Basically 21 minutes, right? Beverly comes with that defensive side. He comes with that energy. I'm cool with that. I have no problem with Beverly on the defensive end. My problem with Beverly is being a backup point guard. A backup point guard comes with responsibilities. You need to come in and you need to set your pace of the game, make your mark on the game, get your guys involved, get some dimes, get some points too. You got to get buckets, okay? You can't play 21 minutes and only take 2 shots. One of them shots was at the end of the damn game where you had that floater which went in, I think, to tie the game or take lead. I can't remember at this time. But that was the only 2 points he had, and that was the second shot that he had. You can't play 21 minutes and basically take 1 shot all game. You can't do that. You know what I mean? The 4 rebounds was cool. The 2 steals and the 1 block was cool. But no assists. I'm having a problem with Beverly being that backup point guard because I don't think he's a backup point guard. And I don't think he's really a shooting guard. He's like an in-betweener. He's like a 1.5. He's not totally a shooting guard because he can't really shoot, and he ain't really a point guard, because he's not really on point. If you want to be the backup point guard, you need to come in on point, or we're going to put in a different direction. Now, this Alex Caruso stuff been going on. I'm not really sure about that. I'm sure about it'll work on the defensive end with him. Can he come in and get a bucket? I think he can come in and get a bucket. I'm liking how it works with the budget. About $9 million a year for 2 years. I think that's what it is on his contract left. But my only problem with that is I'm not giving up a first rounder for him. And I don't really want to go heavy on LaVine because I think he's on there for like 3-4 more years. And later on down the line, it go from $45 million a year to $47 million a year. And that's 3-4 years from now. Am I willing... 3-4 years from now, how is Embiid gonna look? 3-4 years from now, how is LaVine gonna look? And are we gonna be in another situation where it's a Tobias Harris kind of deal where we're paying more money and we can't really get out of this contract? You see what I'm saying? Now Tobias is definitely earning his money this year, but with the whole doc system, it wasn't really given. He wasn't really put in the right place where Tobias could be the best player in which that contract was designated to him for, But I'm having really troubles with that backup point guard position. So Beverly, I really think we that's our only move that we need to make. We need to get a backup guard up in here to come in and get a bucket. I think that's what's going on. That's what's missing because once Maxey is out, we have no real ball handler, no real floor general, shall I say. Like, Beverly's not that guy, So I think we definitely need to go out and get a guard. Once Maxey is out the deal, who gonna really run the show? Beverly? That's not gonna work. Melton? He's not a point guard, so that's not gonna work. We need to get a backup point guard to come in and be on point. Morris has been a disappointment so far. I think somebody said he was out of shape. I just don't understand. You know, you get paid millions of dollars. You supposed to come in shape. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not going to go too far on that, but I don't understand why Morris ain't really looking that good. He's not really looking that good. I mean, at this point, I'll keep playing him. It's still early. It's 14 games in, but Morris ain't looking that good. Okay? He's, I mean, let's just be honest. You know what I mean? He's looking like garbage. Springer finished the game with a Dunkin' Donut. Morris finished the game with a Dunkin' Donut across the board. Didn't get a board. Didn't get a assist. Didn't get a point. Didn't even. That's a done dealio. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Oubre will be back. I just want to get y'all out for real. We played Minnesota tonight. You know, to start off a 2-game road trip. Yeah, so we 10-4. I believe we in like 3rd seed right now. Milwaukee plays Boston tonight, I believe. Milwaukee's 11-4. Boston is 10-3, I believe. So if Boston win and we win tonight, we'll all be in that 11-4 spot. Now Milwaukee did beat us, but we beat Boston, so I don't know how that would play out as far as who's gonna be on top. We might be like 2nd seed or something if we win tonight and that all plays out. But you know, we gotta get it. We gotta get this on the roll. I can't wait for Oubre to come back, but I definitely want to see us go ahead and go out and get a guard. Don't push yet. Don't make the move yet. Because we need to see who's going to fall out. Who's going to really want to get up out of there. What teams are going to come to the table with a trade. We hold all the pieces. We hold all the cap. We hold all the draft stock. So we got everything in front of us. And we hold 10-4. 10-4 is still great. You know? So let's just stay where we at. Let's continue to rack up dubs. We should win tonight. You know, last game we had that joint. But, you know, it is what it is. So, Cavs came out. They came out hot. So... man, it's your brother from another mother, Kobe Lee in the building. You know what I'm saying? We locked and loaded. You know what I'm saying? And until next time, man, y'all be safe.